Welcome everybody to a look at a new 4K Criterion Collection release, and it is 1935's Captain Blood. So this is directed by Michael Curtis, who I've seen the 11 other films from. Absolute favourite would be the likes of Casablanca, but other favourites would be the likes of Mildred Pierce, Angels with Dirty Faces, The Sea Wolf, and The Breaking Point. So this is a swashbuckling pirate film that clocks in at 119 minutes long. Stars the likes of Errol Flynn, who I've only seen in a couple of films, unfortunately, like The Adventures of Robin Hood, which Michael Curtis also directed, as well as Adventures of Don Juan, which we actually reviewed as part of the Warner Brothers Archive Collection series. Also stars Olivia de Havilland, who was also in The Adventures of Robin Hood. That and this were one of several films that she and Flynn would star alongside each other in. But my absolute favourites from her would be likes of Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte, and Lady in a Cage. We've also got Lionel Atwill, who I've seen in another 17 other films. Favourites being likes of Dr. X, which Michael Curtis also directed, as well as The Song of Songs and The Devil is a Woman. And finally, Basil Rathbone, who was also in The Adventures of Robin Hood. So it's kind of that film would be a kind of reuniting of several cast members from this one. But it was also in 14 Sherlock Holmes films between 1939 and 1946, which, yeah, is a really, really great series of films for the most part. And quite frankly, I'd love a box set of those to come out at some point. But nonetheless, this is about Dr. Peter Blood, who is unjustly convicted of treason and exiled from England, who then becomes a notorious pirate. So this is a fully engaging effort that has an excellent cast, some exhilarating action, and on-point character interactions. The pacing is also good, the script is solid, it is well shot, features a likeable lead character, the score is decent, there is some effective humour, the locales are well used, and it has several elements to it that will become popular in future pirate-orientated films. The production for the time is also superb with its mix of effective miniatures. So obviously the ships are miniatures. Part of Port Royal that they go to is also a miniature, especially during an action scene when one of the fortresses is destroyed. But then also the ships are also engaging in battles in miniature form, and yeah, it all looks really, really excellent and convincing. In fact, the final action scene, which is between Captain Bloodship and a pair of French ships, is just absolutely superb. One of the French ships just gets absolutely obliterated in the likes of Matchwood, which really put me in mind of the ending to Cutthroat Island in a lot of ways, another pirate-orientated film. It also has mostly convincing sets, really, really quite large explosions, and the costumes are also convincingly done as well. So, yeah, on the whole, this is easily my favourite Errol Flynn film that I've seen so far. And yeah, ranks right up there with the best of the Michael Curtis films as well, quite frankly, with only Casablanca still being at the front. So, yeah, overall, a superb effort, and it gets a 4.5 out of 5. So, 4K disc at the front, Blu-ray disc at the back with special features on it as well. And so, yeah, nice pair of discs there that are printed decently. There's no reversible artwork for this, though, by the way, but I'm pretty sure this is the original artwork, or at least as close to that. And we also get a small booklet as well, which, as per usual from Criterion, folds right the way out as such. And yeah, the write-up is A Pirate is Born by Farron Smith Neame. We also have your cast and your crew in there as well as some shots from the film as well. So there is Olivia de Havilland and Errol Flynn. Like I said, they would go on to star in several other films together. Unfortunately, the only one I think I've seen outside of this one is obviously The Adventures of Robin Hood. And yeah, on the disc itself, we've got the film in black and white. It's got the mono audio, and it's in the aspect ratio of 1:37:1. And yeah, you've got a new 4K digital restoration with the uncompressed mono raw soundtrack. And yeah, we've got audio commentary featuring Alan K. Rode, author of Michael Curtis, A Life in Film. So that is the only extra on the 4K disc. And then on the Blu-ray disc, got documentaries from 2005 on the making of the film. Then we've got Lux Radio Theatre. That's an adaptation of the film from 1937, starring Errol Flynn, Olivia de Havilland, and Basil Rathbone, and a trailer as well. So not quite as many extras there as we have seen in previous Criterion releases, but nonetheless, yeah, the 4K itself looks really, really good. Now, obviously, I haven't seen the Blu-ray version of it, but I doubt that's drastically worse. But yeah, definitely does look really good on 4K. And even though the mono soundtrack doesn't help the action in any way, it still is more than serviceable in terms of the, the speaking parts. So yeah, and the score as well on top of that. So about the master, this has had a new 4K restoration from its 35mm second generation nitrate print and a 35mm nitrate duplicate negative, both held by the UCLA Film and Television Archive, in addition to a 35mm nitrate composite fine grain held by the Library of Congress. So they basically used all of those elements to make this version. Got the original monorail soundtrack was remastered from a 35mm nitrate print, 35mm fine grain, and the soundtrack as previously restored by Chase Audio. And yeah, so it's got all of the information there on the back of the booklet as well in terms of the restoration, and also helped in doing it. So yeah, excellent film, really good release, and yeah, a great start to the year from Criterion Collection. So yeah, not sure how many more they're going to release this year that I'm going to be interested in, but yeah, this is definitely a great start from them regardless. And yeah, an early contender for top 10 4K film of the year, quite frankly. So yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you have seen Captain Blood before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.